So this is another one. I am not sure if this will be enough. I was thinking about what should I say. But why the uncertainty? Why not just say whatever comes to my mind? Well, because I fear if I say the wrong thing, then I'm destroying some image that I've built up. But we don't need to resolve that here, because that's what it's all about. Getting comfortable with uncertainty, because uncertainty is not a bad thing. Uncertainty is, well, right now I was uncertain if I should explain it or not. And I was uncertain if that's a long-term valid approach. So I want to... Okay, now I was debating whether I should state my intentions. Why even have intentions? Why not let intentions speak for themselves? So if somebody makes a video, let's say, what is it all about? What is it all about even? What is life? What is reality? Who am I? Well, I know exactly who I am. But should I tell it? Or shouldn't I tell it? No, I should not tell it. It must be felt. So there's different approaches. Should I take the approach, fake it till you make it? Well, that would require me to know what I want to embody. I just want to know, I want to reach a lot of people and have a good time. But I don't know what's the means to get there. And my claim is that's exactly the means to get there. Well, now I was worrying if I should make a claim or if I shouldn't make a claim. But so I'm wondering what is left if there is no doubt left. What if doubt was my identity? What if the one who is in a process, who must resolve some issues, was my identity? And what if this identity drops away because I'm not doubting anymore, I'm not becoming somebody anymore? What is left? Well, that's a very good question. Well, this is left, what you see now. But what is this? Well, it's a guy who doesn't doubt, but is doubting at the same time, who isn't struggling, but who is struggling at the same time, who isn't explaining, but is explaining at the same time. You could say I'm a walking, talking contradiction. A walking, talking contradiction who is constantly doubting himself and who is having a laugh about it at the same time, who is observing himself, who doesn't have any content to share, but The doubting is the content, but I've said I'm not doubting, which is true. So how can we explain that? And do we need to explain that? Why do we need to explain things? For whom am I explaining things? For myself? For others? For the connection between us? Well, connection is not dependent on explanation only. I don't know what is dependent on. I don't want to know, because it would again put me in the role of a teacher. I am a teacher, but I'm not teaching directly, I'm teaching indirectly. I get comfortable with uncomfortableness. I get certain with uncertainty. I get confident in fill in the. I get comfortable. I get confident. I am confident. Words have no meaning, but at the same time they do. I'm not trying to do anything in particular here. I am attempting something, but at the same time I know I'm not doing anything. Make it make sense. I'm not trying to get anywhere, because I am in the perfect place. And you know which place I'm talking about. Or maybe you don't, because it doesn't matter. I know which place I'm talking about. And you can feel which place I'm talking about. I'm always talking from that place. This is what carries me. This is what guides me. This is why I don't need explanation. This is why I don't need to reassure myself, because I'm already standing. And right now there are these two different modes. There is this certainty mode, and then there is this honest mode, and we are now entering the honest mode, which is stating what's present. And I was attempting to state what's present, but now I felt like not doing it. Now I felt like I wanted to think about what I'm saying. So this is the stating mode, and I'm stating everything. Now I try to be funny. I am funny, but it doesn't matter. I'm not just going with the flow. That's a wrong attribution. What this really is about is not explaining, because I'm past that. What this really is about is embodying what I already want. So in order to get what you want, okay, you have to embody it. There is no trying. There is only certainty with uncertainty. Certainty, well, that's exactly the point. It's comfortableness, okay? You get things by being comfortable in who you are. You're not trying to become some version. You're not trying to be somebody. You are already. Now I'm laughing because I'm circulating between manifestation talk and honest talk. And this comfortableness with this oscillation is what it's all about. But actually there is a very specific technique to get what you want that you have to follow. It's not vague like I described. It works in a very specific way. And I'm doing that way, I'm following it, even though I'm not explaining it. Or maybe I'm only thinking I'm following it. But no, I am following it. You can feel it. It is this recognition that you have already arrived, that you get what you want. I have arrived. That's why I know. That's why I'm certain and I'm confident. I know it's working already. That's why I'm confident. You notice a confident person in the way they are behaving, not what they are saying. It's not the smiling, it's not the smirking, it's being comfortable with who you are, with what is present now, because you know that what is present now is the thing that you wanted. It pulls itself together from two ends. One is the intention and one is the present moment, and they get drawn to each other until they merge. That's how it works. So I was explaining now because I have nothing to lose if I'm explaining. There's nothing to lose. I'm not guarding any secrets, although I do have secrets. That's again the paradox, but there are so many paradoxes, and this is not a paradox because this is who I am. This is how I'm speaking. But I'm telling it not to you. In fact, I said it only for my own calming down. But I don't need calming down. I'm already calm. So I don't need reassurance. I don't need to reassure myself. I could name what was going on, and I will do it, but not because I have nothing better to talk about, but only when it's natural. And my speech does become more simple as a result. And this is a good thing. Not everything has to be said in order to have an effect. Not everything has to be made explicit, because the things, they work. They work in the unseen, and they work because of your inner state, and your inner state is relaxed. Relaxed and receiving, open to life. Your inner state is light. Your inner state is, it's not a searching, it's an expression. But at the same time it's a observation. So I would say it's observation and expression, those two together. And observation of what? Well, observation of the connection we are establishing. Even though this is a digital medium, there's still a connection forming. Otherwise you wouldn't be here if there was no connection. The physical appearance is just the outward form, but the connection is established on a deeper level. This is just my natural tendency to explain things, and it will drop away over time, or maybe not. So we need less of that, we need more of clarity. People are not tuning in for doubts, they are tuning in for clarity. And this is what I'm broadcasting. Because in an uncertain world, people need clarity. But I'm not the one to judge. I'm myself. I'm being myself, and I let others be the judge. I'm just comfortable in who I am. That's my offer. Comfortable in who I am. Comfortable with some uncertainties. Comfortable with not telling everything what doesn't need explanation. Comfortable with whatever might show itself. Also comfortable with uncertainty. But being confident with uncertainty. Because this is something that's lacking. Comfortableness with uncertainty. Many people think uncertainty is unsafe. But I know I can hold uncertainty. I can hold different viewpoints. I can hold some doubts. And that's what drives me forward. It's this inversion of previously thought beliefs that drive me forward, that sustain me. So we don't need certainty to be comfortable in who we are. But I am uncertain. For example, right now I am uncertain about some things. Because right now I'm trying to get something from the situation. And I'm wondering what I can do differently to get it. And I am observing what effects it does have. And how do I feel about it? Well, this is exactly right. So right now, the video is, for example, right now, I'm wondering, do I need uncertainty? Do I need to state that I am uncertain about if I should end the video or not? Or should I just end the video? Because we've reached now a point where the video is quite long, so I feel like it would be a good place to stop it. So do I need to be this uncertain guy who is stating their uncertainty, or can I be the certain guy who ends the video because they feel like it is a good time? And the answer is, of course, I can be and I should be the certain guy. Because people like the certain guy, they like the certain guy better than the uncertain guy. So I will be more of the certain guy. And right now I was wondering whether I'm a people pleaser then, because if I'm doing it because people like it more, am I not a people pleaser then? And the answer is no. Because people like it more when I'm the certain guy, but also I myself like it more when I'm the certain guy. Because it feels better to be the certain guy. So there you have the answer. Thanks for watching. See you next time.